Hi everybody, Alex Deployer from Expert Forex, and welcome to today's video. This is a video about the Grid Trend Multiplier, and we're going to be looking specifically at the one direction way of trading this particular EA. As the name says, this is a grid. So you trades in a grid multiplier EA, and what happens is that when the price moves up or down, it very often doesn't do that in a straight line. It does it in a wavy manner, and what that wavy manner allows us to do is to cash in over and over again as the price revisits certain price levels within the grid, and that is why we call it the Grid Trend Multiplier. But I'm not going to go into the detail of how the Grid Trend Multiplier trades. I've made lots of videos about that, and I will give you the link of those. What we're going to be looking at today, as I said, is the one directional approach. So there are two ways that you can trade the Grid Multiplier. You can enter a buy and a sell at the same time, and as the price action continues, you can actually make a nice profit buying and selling at the same time. Normally you would use a low volatility currency, and that way the market would mainly move sideways and you would cash in multiple times, multiplying your gains considerably. Then there's the other approach, is the one directional approach. So you would choose a direction that you would like to trade in, and the Grid Trend Multiplier would multiply the gains that you make every time it hits a grid level. So that's the one that we're going to be looking at today. Now, before I get into the detail of the one directional approach, I must tell you that I have a playlist. It's a 2019 playlist, and it already has 16 videos showing various aspects of trading the Grid Trend Multiplier. Now, this is the first one that I'm making on a one directional approach in 2019, and the idea here is really to give you an ideas of how to use the one directional approach. If you want to go to this playlist, please use the link that is appearing on the top right hand side of your screen right now, and you can go to that playlist and watch those 16 videos. So if you do go there, bookmark the link and then come back and watch the rest of the video. Okay, so here's the first idea on how you can trade the Grid Trend Multiplier in a one directional basis, and that is using a momentum indicator. And what we're looking at here is a stochastic momentum indicator, and when the two lines cross, it is a signal to trade. So when they cross at the top, like as shown here, it is a signal to sell, and you can see they stay separate for a very long time until they cross again, which is a signal to buy, and they stay that way for a very long time and then cross again and stay that way for a long time, and so on. So this is a way of catching really big trends using this particular type of indicator. So the idea would be you start your grid trading when the indicator crosses over and goes into, let's say, a buy phase, and you just keep it running and keep it running until the indicator crosses over into a sell phase again, and then you stop your grid because you want to stop buying. And then you could even then swap the direction and trade in a sell direction after that. Now again, the idea is to firstly be pointing in the right direction. In the long run, you don't have to be pointing in the right direction straight away, and to multiply your gains as the price visits different directions. Now, if we look at this example here, we'll see that the entry was in fact made right over, the buy entry was made right at the top there, but the price went against that entry quite a lot, and that's not a bad thing, because with a Grid Trend Multiplier you actually build up gains by the price visiting, and let's say just the grid lines on this chart are the grids. So you would visit another grid line there, you would visit another grid line there, visit another one, visit another one, visit another one, and you'd be cashing in every time it visits a line, and it would go up, and cash in again, it'll go down and you'll cash in again, and so on and so on until you get the reversal signal. So it's a very good technique if you can feel confident about the general direction that the price is going to move. And using momentum indicators does give you that kind of confidence. So that's one technique, and I'm just giving you ideas on how to be facing the right direction to trade the Grid Trend Multiplier. Remember, the Grid Trend Multiplier is a manual EA. You only activate it when you see the start of a nice new trend, or when you see a nice trend in action and you want to multiply the gains in that particular trend. The other method that traders like to use is moving averages. So what they would do is they would put a very slow moving average on the chart to give them the general direction of the trend. They will then put two very fast moving averages on the chart, and they would only trade the crossovers of those two fast moving averages when the signal is in the direction of the long-term moving average. And you can catch tremendously strong trends this way, and again, it's a very good idea for grid trend multiplying, for grid trend multiplier trading, to use this kind of approach. So let's have a look at this approach. Here is the long-term moving average, and here are the fast moving average, and there you can see a sell crossover, and because the sell is in the direction of the long-term moving average, you take it there and you just stay in the trade as long as those two moving averages do not cross. Now there they do cross, and they actually result in a fantastic trade, but because it's an against the trend trade, you don't take it. And then there it crosses again, and that's a sell signal, crosses again and makes another sell signal, and then crosses again and makes another signal, and look how long it keeps you in the trend, right up to that point. You go in again, and you can get out at that particular point. There again there's a sell signal, and there again is a sell signal. So that's another technique to ensure that you can catch really nice trends in the market. It's a 3 moving average technique, 1 very long moving average and 2 very fast ones, and you trade the crossover. Now this video will be posted on our forum. If you want to inquire about the settings that we've used in these charts, just go to our forum and you'll get a lot more details about the 2 charts that I have shown. Just a reminder that the YouTube subscribers do get 50% off the purchase price of the Grid Trend Multiplier EA, and all the links that you will need will be supplied in the description of this particular video. Now I hope I've given you some good ideas on how to trade the Grid Trend Multiplier in a one directional basis. From me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.